Okay, let's talk about vitamin C, because when I think of your skin looking radiant, I think of vitamin C. How much vitamin C do you need to put on your skin? Are there really, this is I think there's no downside, but they can be expensive. Is there the splurge probably would be the C Ferulic? Is that the one I'm
Yes.
thinking of, which is everybody says, oh, that's the gold standard?
Yeah.
Can you get a good result with a less expensive vitamin C?
Certainly. So, vitamin C is kind of one of the three essential skincare ingredients. Things have evolved now, and so a lot of products have more than just vitamin C in them. But let's talk about kind of the original gold standard, which is L-ascorbic acid. SkinCeuticals was the first company to put out a beautiful product. It was shelf stable. Um, Vitamin C fights free radicals, helps kind of create a shield to prevent all of that stuff trying to break down our collagen. People love CE Ferulic. It's been around since 2005. They sold to L'Oreal. So before that, so it's been around a long time. It's expensive. I think it's upwards of $200. It is their most popular SKU out of that entire line, and people will not stray from it. Now every company has a vitamin C. The technology is out there to have a shelf stable vitamin C at a much lower price point. So I personally don't think you need to spend a ton on a vitamin C. I am spending my money somewhere on a peptide or exosome product at this point that doesn't have a steel to it, whereas the vitamin C's out there now, La Roche-Posay, CeraVe, Vanicream, everybody, you can get a vitamin C from 20 all the way to 250, and they all work great.
So what I hear you saying then is C Ferulic, they were like the first. And at the time, that was the only one that was available that was of that quality. But now so name again then, because I want to save some money. So 4 or 5 vitamin C's that are going to give you as good a results at a lesser price. What are they?
There's a company that is widely popular at Sephora called In Beauty Project. I love a lot of their products. They have a vitamin C called the Green Machine. Vanicream, which is a very skin sensitive line, has a vitamin C that has a little bit different ingredient called THD. SkinCeuticals is L-ascorbic acid. That is one of my favorite steel products. I think it's $20 and it's super tolerable. La Roche-Posay has a vitamin C very similar to SkinCeuticals. That'll land you about 40. So I think some of those kind of leader brands that you've heard of all have vitamin Cs now that are great.
Oh, wow, that's great information. I could save a lot of money with those. Okay, finally, speaking of saving money, all these skincare products, all these procedures can just add up to a lot of money, and it's money that most people don't have. I'm careful about I'm trying to be very selective on the products that I pick. Plus, I don't want to use 1,000 products. I don't have time. Can't figure it all out. What are the things you think are essential? Let's look first at if you were going to pick 1 or 2 procedures that you think are really important for women over 50, my age. I'm well over 50. But, and then 3 or 4 products for a skincare routine. What are your recommendations?
So procedures, which we haven't touched on, I love microneedling, plain microneedling, not energy-based radio frequency, which I also love and have done. But I think instead of facials, if I'm going to my esthetician, I'm choosing microneedling. One of the most famous microneedling companies is called SkinPen. So a lot of people call it SkinPen. It is a 30-minute procedure, tiny little needles that go into the skin. We're back to that whole stimulate collagen, products penetrate better. So a lot of my patients are like, Alyssa, should I do a facial? What should I do? Skin pen 4 times a year is a great thing. It runs maybe $300 to $400. So you're going to get a really good service for what I would consider out of all the things semi-affordable. And then I would do a laser once. I would do a big laser once a year. I would do a halo. I would do a Fraxel, CO2, one of these big lasers and kind of set aside, you're going to spend $1,000, $2,000 on one of these big lasers once a year. And I think those two things are a great kind of procedural based approach to aging skin.
Okay, what about products? Everyday products.
I want to talk about a product 'cause I haven't been able to talk about it. and you've probably seen me talk about it. It is a company out of MIT. And I want everybody to know about this because she is the first to market with this very special ingredient. The company is called Pavise, and she is a scientist. She's 32. She came from China when she was 16 and has accolades. She's got a star named after her. I mean, this woman is brilliant already. She created a molecule in her MIT lab. She was a cancer researcher, created a molecule in her lab called Diamond Core, and her hallmark product is a treatment. So it's got peptides, antioxidants, doesn't have vitamin C, but it has your antioxidants, which we don't necessarily need specific vitamin C anymore. Peptides, those are the collagen strengtheners, pigment correctors. And the coolest part, which she hates me starting out by saying this, it has sunscreen. So if you want a single product that will yield you amazing results, and I'm not getting paid for this, I just love to support her. Pavise Daily Dynamic Age Defense is a really cool product. It can be your all-in-one morning product. I personally do layer it with my Plated and a vitamin C just because I like how it feels, but it is a great dewy moisturizer. I do not skip a day without it. It goes beautiful under makeup. So that's her leading product. Jane, I want you to try it. You will love it. And all the women, every woman I've sold it to over 50 loves it. It is so hydrating. It is a beautiful product. She's now come out with an eye cream. There's an evening product and a face wash, but this is a company you want to be looking out for because there's going to be a lot of innovation from her lab. She's got patents beyond patents for things. So look into that. Outside of that, we did not touch on sunscreen. So if you have a solid routine, you've got retinol, you've got your vitamin C, you're washing your face, and you've got a moisturizer. This is so funny still to me. I'm going to out my mom. I don't know that my mom wears sunscreen every day outside of the house. My kids know that I cannot walk out of my house no matter if I'm going to exercise or whatever without sunscreen on. So if I can drive one thing home, put a sunscreen on every day, especially on your face. We don't have to be perfect about our body every day if we're in and out of the car, but a sunscreen is going to be truly one of the best things you can do for anti-aging.
I'm convinced it's a generational thing. I'm like your mom. I might not use a sunscreen every day. My son and his girlfriend don't go anywhere without a sunscreen. Convinced. More power to you. I wish I would have done it earlier.
That's what I think. I think everyone's like, well, it's a losing battle at this point. I'm like, well, but you're doing all these other things. So let's just add sunscreen to the mix. So I think it's not too late to start sunscreen.
Alyssa, you're just wonderful. I really appreciate your time. You've given us so much knowledge, so much care for women who really, really appreciate your time, your knowledge, and your gorgeous skin. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jane, for having me.
Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Ageless with Jane McGarry. I'm calling it Ageless because I want us to be in good enough health, good enough spirituality, emotional health, style, beauty, all that kind of stuff, that age truly is just a number. I want you to also know that this is a community. It's not just a podcast. It's a community of women caring about each other, inspiring each other. Without you, it's not possible. So I really appreciate you being here, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Ageless with Jane McGarry.